we're here at Snetterton for their new USA event, and we're stood in front of a very special bit of NASCAR machinery. First of all, introduce yourself and what you're up to today.
Yeah, so my name's Ross. We represent the Stock Car Classics UK with NASCARs that have been imported from the States. And we get invited to events from MSV, kindly put track events on for us to demonstrate our cars around the track to all the people. We do Brands Hatch, Alton Park, and this is our third event this year for Snetterton, yeah.
It's been a great event so far. You've just been out for a demo. Tell us a little bit about this truck that we've got behind us here.
So it's a 2004 Spears Motorsport race truck. It's original, so this is how it ran in them years. Spears ran from 2004 to 2008 with this vehicle before it was sold, and they actually closed down from their motorsport part. It's an SB 2.2 engine, so it's about 900 horsepower, probably 9,500 RPMs. It's obviously very leery and loud, a typical American setup. And yeah, it was actually a race-winning truck in America. So as you can see there, David Starr was the driver, and he won 2 races with it in 2004. And I imported it last year. A lovely guy called Jason Trincheri, he was the crew chief of this vehicle when it won races, and he's given us information about it and how to set it up and everything else. So it's quite a spectacle to drive.
Yeah, I bet. What is it actually like out on track? I know obviously you're not pushing it as it would have been done back in the day, but what is it like in the driver's seat for you?
So firstly, I'm only short, but it doesn't matter how tall you are. It's quite hard. You can't see a great deal, it's really difficult to know where things are around you. But that's why in the States they have spotters, and there'll be you may have heard it online, spotters going like up high there's a car, or down low there's a gap. So we really can't see in our sort of mirrors, if you know what I mean. They don't have mirrors in the States. We put them on here because it does just help us, just so we don't wipe out one of our fellow friends. So it's quite hard to see. It's obviously very aggressive to drive. There's a very aggressive diff in the back. So when you come off throttle and you're trying to hover a throttle to come around a corner or something, it's like locking on and off. But yeah, no, it's exhilarating, absolutely exhilarating.
So I've been given the very awesome opportunity to have a sit in. I've been told it's a bit of a handful getting in, but it should be all right. Put the mic in. I'll grab that. It's very compact, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a lot going on, and you are quite low down. You can't even see the end of the bonnet, really, can you?
Can't see anything.
And even to the right, you've got this bit here, which obviously I presume this is all kind of for safety and that sort of thing.
It's a containment seat.
But it's very solid. What's it like sort of going around Snetterton? Because it's kind of a contrast to the sort of track this would have been doing back in the day, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, so obviously people have the perception that these are built all for left-handers. They do actually do road courses in America. This car is actually twisted, so it does go round to the left, like the chassis itself, but we have dialed it in for sort of right-handers and everything else. It is tricky. The 90-degree bends are the horrible ones because the front end just doesn't want to know. But obviously it's manageable. It's quite a technical circuit. Obviously long straights. Yesterday I was hitting the limiter, which was 7.9. I've got it set to in 4th gear, so we was maxed out, which we reckon's about 170 odd miles an hour. So that was me down the straights yesterday. So yeah, it's, as you can imagine, without being able to see a great deal, you're always on the edge. Yeah.
Oh, no, it is awesome. And to be fair, obviously it is an older car, but in terms of the stuff on here, it's all relatively simplistic. Is it kind of easy to operate when you're here?
Yeah, absolutely. It's basically you turn it over, click the ignition switch up, and run the engine. It starts running, and then we just have a few switches that there's things like there's 2 boxes over there, 2 ignition boxes, 2 coils. If you had a failure in the race, you literally can switch the switch down, which is them 2 switches just there, and that would activate the secondary ignition. So they're very well set up for races. When they want to, if they had a failure, they can literally just keep going. There's very little to do as a driver switch-wise. Turn the fan on and off, and you've got a helmet fan, to blow some cool air on you. But yeah, you do need someone helping you to get in and out and to put all the things up and the steering wheel and your gloves and helmet. So, but as you can see, it's very compact once you're in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. I've got to try and get out now.